Hello, everybody, and thank you for listening to the Silly Goose Sports Talk. I'm Big T.
And I'm Skippy. Before we can shape this episode, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we will see you next episode. So, we have moms on today to talk about their favorite Thanksgiving food. So, without further ado, Mrs. Timmy's mom and my mom, what are your favorite dishes for Thanksgiving?
Fight for it.
Okay, I really like sweet potatoes, like a special sweet potato recipe, not with marshmallows.
Hold up. Are you one of those sweet potato and marshmallow heathens?
No marshmallows. Mine have cranberries and apples.
That actually sounds kind of good.
It's like an apple crisp on top of your sweet potatoes. Pretty tasty.
The crisp is always the best part.
It is. I don't really like the sweet potato part. I mean, I eat it, but it's not my favorite part.
It's purely a vehicle for the crisp.
It is, indeed.
What is your favorite dish, then?
My favorite dish, I adore stuffing. My mother's stuffing is the best.
Do you make homemade or do you do box?
I never had a box until like college or something. That was just like, we did not do that. That was my mother's stuffing is.
She's a purist. Okay.
She's a purist.
Sorry, Tim. I don't think I've ever had homemade stuffing ever, but
Timmy, come over to GT and Poppies.
All
right, now time for the what's your least favorite dish on the Thanksgiving table?
Well,
that's hard.
We don't have it at our house, but the sweet potatoes with marshmallows always sounds terrific.
That's
least favorite that we actually get served.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got one. My family in West Virginia makes polenta. We're Italian, and it's a big deal. Like, we stir it for hours and hours. I don't really like the polenta, but I like the memories of it, like the family tradition.
That's always good.
I don't like the polenta.
I think my least favorite, because I'm bitter, is pecan pie, because I love and adore pecan pie, because especially the bourbon ones. But with Mr. Man's allergies, I can't eat it. And pecan pie is so Thanksgiving that it just makes me sad this time of year, because you see all the stuff about all the pecan pies, fudge pecan pie, bourbon. I love bourbon, all of those things. And I'm just like, no.
Whoops.
So
you love your son.
No,
I love you more than pecans.
We talked about this on a previous show. We each have some homemade, homemade, but like traditions that with the food that are in only the families in which we do, I assume.
So it's a food that's not normally on other Thanksgiving tables, but you guys make.
The cream pearl onions, I think, is kind of something that's just at my mother's house.
Ooh.
And we had, I'm sure, I don't remember if Luke mentioned, we had a revolution in my mom's house a few years ago. We all voted. Nobody likes turkey. Not that we don't like turkey. We're just indifferent to turkey.
It's dry.
We have roast beef instead. Far superior.
The best decision.
It was the best decision. So I think a Thanksgiving roast beef is kind of unusual, but aren't you jealous now? I am.
Yeah, we do a big Jell-O recipe every year that Timmy's Grammy gave us the recipe, and it's pretty good. It's got cranberries and cherries in the bottom, and then the top is like a whitish yellow, like a cream color, and that has marshmallows. But marshmallows go way better with Jell-O than they do sweet potatoes. Just saying.
That's very old school.
It is an old recipe. It's an old family recipe, and she wrote out her favorite recipes to give to us. And now that she has passed, we are very grateful, like, to see the recipe in her handwriting, and it's just, it brings us some warm fuzzies to pull out that recipe every Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and
that's why everybody should learn cursive so you can read Granny's recipe.
I already know cursive, so
you're homeschoolers.
I know how to read it. I'm not good at writing it. All right, everybody. So I believe
write bad words in cursive and throw it on the paper airplane. Nobody would know it.
No bad words.
All right, so now you're being all right. So that's all for the moms. So let's jump into sports.
Did we have any other part?
All right, everybody. So now that the moms are off, how was your week, Big T?
It was pretty good. We had Thanksgiving with the whole family over, and that was fun. Then I stayed with the cousins Thursday night. That was fun. Hung out with the cousins all day Friday. That was fun. Then we made a bomb. Not a bomb, more of a flashbang, but it was fun. So yeah. How was your weekend?
Huh? Well, it was good. Thanksgiving was always good as always. And I did get an early Christmas gift, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
So for you, have you ever been to Red Roof?
Wait, is that the
Have you been to a crappy hotel?
I've been to crappy hotels, I think, yeah.
Have you been to one of those crappy hotels that has those mattresses that you can feel each individual spring?
Yes, that's the mattress in my house.
That's what I had. And so
Ooh.
this year I was sick of it. And I asked, because I was literally sleeping on a sleeping bag up there so that it could cushion out the springs. So I asked for a mattress this year, a good one that makes me not feel it. And so my mom literally finally felt what the mattress felt like. They literally went to the store and just bought me one for an early Christmas gift.
Nice.
They finally realized it. Also, I've been seeing the world from a high place, dude.
What do you mean?
So this year, while we were decorating outside, because it was so warm yesterday, like my gosh. So it was like the perfect Sunday.
Ooh.
Sunday it was really warm, so it was the perfect day for decorating
I was
outside.
inside all day.
Yeah, so we were decorating outside. Me and Dad, since my sister was not here because she was at work. I got to go on the roof this year.
Ooh.
And so I've been seeing things very high nowadays. It's very fun.
That's awesome, man.
That was perfect. Yeah, our roof isn't even that steep. It's like this.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that was
Had
fun.
the Halloween thing. Somebody threw one of the Nerf guns up there.
We have so many Nerf guns up there. It's insane. Also, look, Christmas time. Sorry, we need to get into sports.
All right, yeah. Now enough yippee yap. Let's head right into the NFL.
Yip yap.
Because of chronological order, you can talk about Pittsburgh first, and we'll talk about the Washington later because that was Monday night.
Chronological. All right, so Goofy to the Bengals, 41-10. The offense was a complete disaster all over the field. The O-line is a Swiss cheese in the hot summer sun. Big Ben, 3 pick 6. And guess what? The defense is even worse. They allowed Joe Mixon to run for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Well, Joe Mixon does that to everybody, though.
Joe Burrow only missed 4 of his passes. Then he threw 290 yards. Just disgusting.
Well, Joe Burrow is my man.
Then to just another slap in the old face. TJ Watt is outplaced on a COVID list.
Oof.
Heck, man.
So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So, now we get the Washington football team. That was a really weird game where Washington dominated.
Is going through the 5 stages of grief right now.
Yes. This Washington game was weird all around. They dominated the game in running and first downs and everything, but somehow they did everything they could at the end to lose that game. So first off, you had Antonio Gibson rolling in the game with 111 rushing yards. Taylor Heineke went 27 of 35, 223 yards. Really odd score due to the fact that Washington's first touchdown, the PAT was blocked, and Seattle ran it all the way back for a touchdown. And during that kick, Joey Sly went down, so we had to go for 2 on the next play. We got the 2-point conversion, which broke a streak of 12 2-point conversions that Washington had not made. And Seattle drove down the field in the final 2 minutes to score with 15 seconds left, but they were unsuccessful in the 2-point conversion. And somehow, and then they onside kick stuff at the very end. That was a fiasco, but Washington ended up getting it, but thankfully. So final score 17-15 Washington. They had a Logan Thomas touchdown taken off the board, which was very unfortunate. So yeah, but they will face the Raiders next week, and Washington's won 3 in a row, y'all. So a win's a win.
Pittsburgh's lost 3 in a row.
All right, we got a lot of other action in the NFL this week.
Yeah.
We want to go over that.
So Bears kick a game winner versus the Lions as the time runs up. So that was an interesting Thanksgiving
So
game.
also on Thanksgiving, we have the Raiders beat the Cowboys, and apparently, so there was like that big fight. You saw that?
No.
Well, because there's a big fight in the game where one of the refs got punched in the chin. He needed a Band-Aid. And then I walked in like 15 seconds before that fight happened.
Yikes.
So I didn't miss the fight. So
yeah. Bills trounce on the Saints, and the Dolphins they scrubbed that floor clean with
and
Carolina.
Look, here's the thing: the Dolphins, they started at like 1-7, and now they're on like a 4-game win streak.
This is Dolphins year, man.
Yeah, but they started 1-7. They've been really bad early on, but looks like they're getting their season together.
I'm telling you, Dolphins, man, they're doing good these days.
The Giants beat the Eagles, so that knocks the Eagles out of second place in the NFC East, which puts Washington in.
Yeah. The Pats are looking back in at
contention.
What? Contention. By beating up the roughed up Titans. So yeah.
Yep.
And the Bucks also beat the Colts in a back and forth affair, 38-31.
You have the Jets beating the Texans 21-14. The Broncos beating the Chargers 28-13. So
yeah. We have the Niners beating the Vikings. The Packers beat the Rams 36-28. And then we have the Rams who beat the Browns 16-10.
Ravens beat the Browns, yeah.
Ravens beat them, sorry.
Yeah, so and also fantasy football, the playoff situation is getting a lot tighter. Looks like we have a runaway in those divisions, but it doesn't look like. So in the only game that actually matters,
the
Skippy,
Battle of Titans.
Would you like to tell us what happened in that game?
Well, let's see. I wish this would be a triumphant story. It's a story of failure and perseverance. So you see the baked potatoes, we came into this worried, and we came out worried because it was 69-48.
Well, Joe Mixon had a monster game.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz had a good game.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger didn't. So that screwed me over, didn't it?
Yeah, probably.
And then the Bears had then the Buccaneers had half decent. Yeah, that was just a rough game for me.
I had the Saints defense. They got rolled by the Bills, so
Darren Waller's out. My gosh, this was a trap.
Yeah, he went out Thanksgiving.
This is a tragedy. And then there are only 2 weeks left in the regular season before playoffs. So, and only the top 2 teams in each division make it. So there are 2 divisions. So only the top 2 teams get to make it to the finals. And Team Backseat and Team Potato Smashers are both 8-4. The Potato Denskins have a 1% chance at 6-6.
And in the West,
Killers and the Team the Bombers are tied at 8-4. 1 game behind is Team Dad and the Locust Grove Dark Dogs, which is Harrison. So
yes, sir.
This is getting tight.
Yeah, it's the end of the season. It's gonna get real, and then it's gonna be nuts. So
yep. All right, so we have baseball for once.
Oh yes, we do. In fact,
Nationals. Juan Soto wrapped up his 2021 official off-season
accolades
by being named the first team All NBL for the second year in a row.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. And then we have Pirates. So we have Jacob Stallings, the Gold Glove catcher, has been traded to the Maryland.
That's Marlins. That's either Marlins or Mariners. I can't.
Okay. For a trio of players, Zach Thompson, Kyle Nicholas, and Connor Scott. This leaves the Pirates with 0 catchers on a 40-man roster. That's kind of bold, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what is this? Yoshi to Tistugo. Huh?
Yeah.
Did I say this?
I don't
Yoshi
know.
Tistugo. Yoshi, some Japanese name, I think. Or Chinese name. So we have he was one of the highlights of the final months of the 2021 season and is returning to the Pirates for a 1-year deal.
That's nice.
And that's nice. So we have the Pirates who designated Stephen Brault and Colin Moran for assignment. And we have Pirates hired former Brewers coach Andy Haynes as the new hitting coach. And we also have other MLB news. Take it away.
The collective bargaining agreement ends tomorrow night. Will the sides come together or the owners lock the players out? It is not lowered the free agency price as much. So yeah.
We have Corey Shager agreed to a 10-year, $325 million deal.
With who? It doesn't say who. Oh yeah. Also, really sad news. Max Scherzer is not coming back to Washington. He signed a 3-year, $130 million deal with the Mets. So that's gonna turn the NL East upside down. So we can get Scherzer back in 2024. That's all I can say.
2024 better be a good year.
25. Yeah.
All right, so we have the Seattle Mariners have acquired a second baseman / outfielder, Adam Frazier. He was an ex-Pirate and MLB All-Star, and a trade with the San Diego Padres.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have Wander Franco and the Tampa Bay Rays have finalized a $182 million 11-year contract that includes a club option for the 2033 season. Also, we didn't put this down. Robbie Ray, he signed with the Mariners, so Mariners have another top-notch pitcher. So, and they were on the verge of making the playoffs this past season. So, look out for Seattle to make the playoffs this coming year.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's about what we got for baseball so far.
So that's why I have baseball. So now we have NFL. So Penguins.
NHL.
I mean, Penguins are just beating up Canada here. So Penguins continue to defeat all of Canada as they beat up.
They took those
the
Canadians
Canucks.
behind the woodshed.
41. We have Penguins went down the road as the Islanders play their first home game of their season in their new arena. The Penguins redeemed their first round playoff knockoff this year with another shutout. Want to know? Wow. Game 21, the Penguins finally lost to a Canadian team. That took a while. They had to use their backup goalie on a back-to-back game, so it didn't fare too well. A 6-3 loss. And at the quarter point, the Pens started strong. They were pretty bad. But last 2 weeks they've been playing okay. They were in the middle of the division at this point. Game 22, the Flames, Pens couldn't score much, but their defense got them to overtime in a 2-1 loss in a 7-round shootout as the domination of Canada is falling.
Oof.
And we briefly talked about last week, but the Penguins signed the paperwork to sell a team and is waiting for the NHL owner's approval.
Yeah, and hopefully these new owners.
We're getting stole.
Yeah. So in Washington, you have game 20 versus the Canadiens. The Caps win 6-3. And then game 21 versus the Panthers. The Caps win 4-3 after an Alex Ovechkin hat trick. At the quarter point of the season, the Caps are rolling, tied for the first in the division and the league in points. And then game 22 versus the Hurricanes, the Caps jumped out to a 2-zippy lead. The Canes charged back to tie the game late, but the Caps power play prevails in the end with the Dmitry Orlov score and a John Carlson empty netter to put away Carolina 4-2. The Caps are now tied for the best record in the NHL with none other than Toronto last I checked. So, yeah, Toronto's suddenly good. So,
Toronto's something good.
yeah.
So yeah, we also have a few other NHL news. So Marchland was suspended for 3 games for
Brad
slew
Marchand?
foot. And yeah, and the Canadian Fire general manager Mark Bergevin, I don't know,
Oof.
after a slow start, even though they made the finals last year.
Yeah,
So
they made the cup last year. I don't see why they should fire him. So
that's kind of dumb.
well, yeah, Canadian. All right,
Yeah.
so you got the Wizards in NBA. Game 18 was a blowout loss to the Pelicans, 127-102. Then game 19 was a close win over the Thunder, 101-99. Then game 20 versus the Mavericks, the Wiz overtake Dallas, 120-14. And then last night, game 21, the Wiz lose to the Spurs, 116-99. At 1/4 of the way through the season, the Wizards find themselves 4th in the conference, somewhere nobody would have predicted at the beginning of the season. They started off really, really hot, then they fell off a little bit, but they're still in playoff contention, and that's really good. So
Yeah.
you have
Now
any?
it's time for dad jokes of the
Yes,
week.
sir.
So Big T.
Huh?
Irony. It's the opposite of week. It's the opposite of wrinkly. Wow. Doesn't budge, eh? Doesn't budge. What brand of a car does an egg drive? A Volkswagen.
Okay, that is good. I like that.
I do like that. So, why is it pointless to play a game of hide and seek on a mountain range? They
Why?
peak. All right. So, I met Bruce Lee's vegetarian brother today. His name is Broccoli. I like that. So, oh my gosh, I'm not doing
Could
that
have done
one.
a perfect marketing for that. We could have had the moms on for the dad jokes.
So do you feel cold? Go in the corner. There's 90 degrees.
That's good.
I don't know why people have a problem with wigs. It's a look anybody can pull off. What was that? Also, dude, to me, do you know what's up the ceiling?
I
And that's all we have for dad jokes.
like the Volkswagen one. That was really fun.
Volkswagen was actually good, but I don't know. I need to get more new dad jokes, dude.
Yeah, most of those were pretty good in this round. So what we need to do is we need to have a tournament for the best dad jokes.
Possibly. So now time for NCAA football. So
Yes,
Virginia
indeed.
Tech versus UVA. Now this was a close game.
Yeah, that was a back and forth contest. That was a really good game. Hold on. Hey, doggy. Hush.
Okay. So the Hokies beat the Cavs 29-24. A late game inside the 10 to drive as Virginia falls short as Daly interception ices the game. So it was a really close game.
Yeah, look, I know I'm a Virginia Tech fan, but I kind of wanted to see what would happen if Virginia got the touchdown, if Tech could have answered within the last few minutes. That would have, I don't know.
Yeah. So Penn State.
The way that game is going.
Awarded their coach Franklin with a enormous deal for $85 million over the next 10 years. He awarded his teams with another dud coaching performance, losing the land grant trophy to Michigan State 30-27. So Penn State is in the garbage right now.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we have the Maryland Terrapins. They got back on track after all the getting blown out by a bunch of ranked teams. They did a thrashing of their own. They beat Rutgers 40-16, and the Terps are now bowl eligible. So awesome job for the Maryland Terrapins. See them in the bowl game. And unfortunately, you have the Marshall Thundering Herd fall 53-21 to Western Kentucky. They were leading 14-3, and then they weren't. So yeah.
Huh. And we have a few other games. So by the way, so USC has hired Oklahoma coach Lincoln Riley, and LSU has hired Notre Dame coach Brian Kelly. So
yeah. I'm pumped for that Lincoln Riley going to Southern Cal.
So, yeah. Also, I gotta say, can we talk about the Alabama game?
Oh my gosh, this overtime format is killing me.
Yeah, so Alabama survived an Iron Bowl game against Auburn. And by survive, I mean they had an amazing fourth quarter to tie down the game and make it go overtime. They were down 7 on their own 1 with less than 2 minutes to go and drove down the field.
Yeah. And about that overtime format, we talked about that on our good buddy Adam's show. We talked about that. Oh yeah, and Adam let me plug the podcast on 106.7 The Fan, which is awesome. Thank you to Adam for watching this. You're our hero. Thank you so much. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the format's just really annoying.
What I think they should do is they should have it be a battle of the kickers. Like they have them do a field goal from the 5-yard line. And if they make that, then they do it from the 10, the 15, then the 20, and the 25. Those are all chip shots. But then once it gets to the 30, the 35, the 40, make it once it's a 50-yard field goal, you move it up 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 until someone misses.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
we have number 5, Michigan, defeated by numero 2, Ohio State, 42-27. So
yeah, that was a shocking game. I like seeing Ohio State go down, but that's gonna turn the rankings upside down. That's why you should come and watch our college football, the last one of our college football ranking shows of the regular season, where we will preview the championship games of each conference. Those are going to be awesome. Those shows come out Friday at noon. So, yep.
Indeed. So, if Michigan loses in the Big Ten championship, by the way, the Big Ten might be out of the playoffs.
Yeah. And you have number 10 Oklahoma versus number 7 Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State charges back in the fourth quarter to take down Oklahoma and have a shot at the playoffs. So,
yeah. We also have number 15 Texas A&M falls to LSU. And the best game, well, one of my personal favorites, Army versus Navy, 2 not very good teams. But I'm personally a Navy fan because my grandpa's in the Navy, so.
Nice. We have thanked him for his service. So
let's go Navy, but
the problem about that Army Navy game, when the teams are not good, they're really bad.
They're not good. But it's still fun game to watch.
They're straight up military. They're supposed to be good. They're supposed to be the best of the best.
Yeah.
I think all the actual best athletes.
I mean, if there's like NCAA shooting competitions, I feel like they would win. But
yeah. Well, Virginia Tech has a national championship in bass fishing. So,
you don't have. Okay, dude, you guys don't have number 1 in anything else but bass fishing.
We almost won the football national championship.
But you did it. And all you guys have is
our cornerbacks went down. Michael Vick had the greatest game in college football history.
All you have is bass fishing, boy.
All right, a national championship's national championship. I'll take it.
Bass fishing, it's so dumb. UVA has basically I believe they have a championship won in almost everything but football.
Well, they won in basketball a couple years ago. Then they won soccer.
We won for 19.
Yeah, then Marshall won in soccer, so that's awesome for the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, but all you guys have is bass fishing. All you have is bass fishing.
Georgetown's good in soccer, though.
All you have is bass fishing.
Yep. So back on track. Did we update this marble thing or no?
Yes. So the current top 10 right now, we have Georgia with 644 marbles. I probably should explain so. Every football team starts with 100 marbles plus 10 bonus for every Power 5 team on the schedule. And two, if you win at home, you take 20% of your opponent's marbles, and if you win on the road, you take 25 of your opponent's marbles. So
Did you come up with this?
Georgia.
This is fun.
Yes, so Georgia has 644 marbles. Oklahoma State has 543. Michigan State has 537. Alabama at number 4, they have 478. Next is Notre Dame, 459. Baylor at number 6, 457. Ohio State number 7, 436. Number 8, we have Ole Miss, 445. Next goes Cincinnati, 409, and then at the final spot, 10 has 394. Some other notable teams are Penn State with 50 at 54, Penn State, 60 Virginia Tech, 76 Virginia, 77 Maryland, and 84 Marshall.
Yes, sir. Now, in college basketball, this was too much to deal with as college football and NFL are taking a lot of time for the show as they near the end of their season. So once NFL is done, we will go right back into college basketball. But if anything insanely notable comes about, we will cover that here.
We'll probably hear about it in Potato of the Week.
Yep, we will.
All right, so Big T's silly season minutes.
Yes, sir, we do. So this I really, really like here. So Richard Petty Motorsports, they had most recently Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones driving the Air Force car. What they did was they re-signed the deal with the Air Force. But with this deal, they're allowing servicemen and servicewomen to design the paint schemes for those race cars going to be raced in the races. So that's cool. Thing I really like. So props to Richard Petty Motorsports for supporting the military like that. That I really like.
Cool. That was cool.
And Landon Castle, he is not a top-notch driver, but I've always liked Landon Castle. He signs with Voyager Crypto, and they're doing everything they can to get him in a top-notch winning ride. And another thing that slipped through the cracks, we have Spire Motorsports. They are opening up a truck team. So maybe that can be where Landon Castle gets that top-notch ride. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And with that, we have Potato of the Week. So, Potato of the Week, we have Kirk's cousin after he touchdown in Tibby's gone. Well, I guess I'll wait. So hi audience. So how's it going? How's life? Good. Well, I don't know what to do now. But do. I'll serenade.
Sorry, my dog was
okay, he's back. I was about to start serenading with Christmas music.
I'm sorry, the dog went dumb. So
okay, so Potato of the Week, Kirk's cousin. After a touchdown, the Vikings were rushing to go for 2 points, but Kirk was not paying attention and lined up behind the guard instead of the center. Huh? We have Jag off of the week. So, this is a pretty good Jag off of the week. So, Brendan Lemieux was ejected for allegedly biting Brady's finger on a Saturday night during the fight. He was a Kings player, of course, and he bit his hand.
Oh,
you don't bite someone's hand while doing a fight, and he faces disciplinary suspension for his actions. Why would you bite someone during a fight? You use your fists.
Yeah, real men
use their fists, not our mouths.
Yeah.
So, Rotten Tato, the Steelers, all of them, the offense, the defense, the coaches. How do you get embarrassed like that? To the Bengals.
Look. You guys did better than the Ravens did. The Ravens lost to them like 41-6. You guys put up 10 points. So
Still, are you kidding me? What are you doing? So, still Goose of the Week. This is a fun one. Tatiana.
Yeah.
So she ran for running a marathon on her own, and so me, my dad, and my sister tracked her down, to in downtown to find her. That took like 15 minutes. The wild goose chase. Yeah, and also
That's
I forgot to say we
awesome.
have sweet potato of the week. So NCAA football for the rivalry weekend, which saw some amazing matchups, comebacks, and heartbreak in this past weekend. So that is all
That
for
was
my
pretty good.
potatoes of the week.
So now we don't have too much for Big T's music notes this week. We have Eminem is now selling Slim Shady little action figure things. So that's something he should have done that 20 years ago when his like Slim Shady era was popular. And also we have Reba, she's not branded as Reba McIntyre, she's just branded as Reba. Reba's opening up a restaurant, probably in Nashville, I think. Nice. So we should go eat supper at Reba's some night. We should go down to Nashville.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So that is today's episode. It was pretty long, I believe. So thank you everybody for listening. I don't know what we're probably gonna do something seasonal for Christmas sometimes in the next month or so.
But one of these days we should totally do my idea of the song rankings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll probably release some seasonal stuff starting sometime December-ish.
Yeah.
So expect some fun stuff. We'll probably have an ugly sweater episode or something. We'll see.
For the ugly sweater, I just wear my Washington football team jacket.
I'll bring a poster and I'll put it on I'll print Steelers versus Bengals and I'll put it on a shirt. All right, everybody. So that is all we have for this week, and we will see you all Friday for our college football ranking show. It'll be pretty crazy. And thank you everybody for listening, and we will see you all next week. Keep on honking.
Keep on honking.
Keep on honking.